everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm going to read this because honestly I don't know if I can hold it together otherwise. I met Dov back in 2003, back when Luke performed at his first MarsCon. His karaoke room was a place where anyone could feel comfortable singing. He encouraged positivity and respect in the room and wanted everyone to put their hands together for each singer. His karaoke room became a bit of a sanctuary for me and others. Over the years, he made me a karaoke addict, and begrudgingly at first, a Rob Thomas and Matchbox 20 fan. I can hear a song on the radio a million times, but something about seeing the lyrics as Dov sang them made me really connect with those songs. He called me on my birthday in 2005 to let me know he had enlisted. When he was deployed to Afghanistan, we corresponded through email quite a bit, and occasionally I would get a phone call from the other side of the world. Middle of the night, my phone rings one night. I answer it and look at the clock. I say, "It's 3 a.m. Without missing a beat, Dov responds, "I must be lonely." He lost many friends in battle and attended frequent memorials for his fallen brothers. It was devastating to know that such a positive and gentle soul was being exposed to so much horror and grief. But in his heart, he truly believed that he was helping to make our world a better place by fighting for what he believed in. When the movie Meet the Robinsons came out during that time, the soundtrack contained a song called Little Wonders by Rob Thomas. I sent him a YouTube link to the video, and the following is his response from April 23rd, 2007. "Hey Steph, thanks, that video was good. I'll definitely download a version when I get home. Also, by the time I finish this deployment, I'm sure there'll be a karaoke version of it, so the next time we sing together, I'll sing it for you." This evening, we had the memorial service for the Dutch soldier that my friend was trying to save when he stepped on the mine. That's the third service in 2 days. I don't think I can handle another one. Tomorrow, we start refitting the trucks for our next mission, probably starts the 28th or the 30th, and slated to go roughly 30 days again. I know that we're doing some good out here, but it's certainly getting a little hard to see the forest for all these damn trees. Your email was very aptly titled. I could definitely use a hug right now. Hearing from you helps so much. You're a soft, soothing voice in a very hard, harsh place. I hope that someday this country becomes recognizably civilized and a part of the 21st century. Then I'll really know that I helped accomplish something good and lasting, not just killing bad guys, as important as that is. I did get to eat a goat a few days ago, and watch some kids walk their cow, and accidentally peed on a scorpion a few weeks ago. So I guess there are some lighthearted moments out here as well. It's amazing what seems important or not, funny or not, special or not, after 30 to 40 days in the field. I've had many Lord of the Flies moments. Thankfully, I'm back in pseudo-civilization for a couple days. I think I'm rambling, so I'll go to bed now. Take care, do fun things, and relax, because in the end, that's really what I'm fighting for, your ability to do that. Talk to you later. So, I'll sing now. in the room. So just realizing how many of you were here was a little bit scary, but thank you.
I don't know if I'm supposed to get up and introduce everybody individually. Heather, why don't you come take the main microphone here, and then I'll use that one.
Hi. Well, actually, Dov is a really good friend of my husband Kevin's, so he's going to be talking a little bit more about him when he gets up here. I only actually got to meet him a few times, but the most recent time I saw him was right before he and his wife moved to Belize. And they were basically giving away all their stuff. And so my primary memory of him is just of his generosity and just giving to everybody. And we still have his space heater heating our bathroom at home.
We use it every morning.
Yeah. Finally, I get to teach a whole lesson all by myself. I'm going to teach something relevant, something modern, the internet. Internet is really, really great.
For porn.
I've got a fast connection, so I don't have to wait.
For porn.
I browse all day and night.
For porn.
There's always some new site.
For porn.
It's like I'm surfing at the speed of light.
For porn. The internet is for porn.
Chucky?
The internet is for porn.
What are you doing?
Why you think the net was born? Porn, porn, porn.
Chucky?
Oh, hello, Kid Monster.
You are ruining my song.
Oh, me sorry. Me no mean to.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, please being quiet for a minute so I can finish.
Okie dokie.
Good. I'm glad we have this new technology.
For porn. Ooh, ooh.
Which gives us untold opportunity.
For porn. Ooh, sorry.
Which is right from your own desktop.
For.
You can browse, network, and shop until you've had enough and you're ready to stop.
For porn. The internet is for porn.
Ooh.
The internet is for porn.
Chucky.
Me up all night honking me horn to porn. Porn, porn.
That's gross. You're a pervert.
Six and stones, Kate Monster.
No, really, you're a pervert. Normal people don't sit at home and look at porn on the internet.
Oh.
What?
You have no idea. Ready, normal people?
Ready.
Internet is for porn.
Sorry, Kate.
Internet is for porn.
Masturbate.
All these guys unzip their flies for porn, porn,
The
porn.
internet is
Porn,
not for porn.
porn.
Hold on a second.
What?
Now, I happen to know for a fact that you, Rod, check your portfolio and trade stocks online.
That's correct.
And Brian, you buy things on Amazon.com.
Sure.
And Gary, you keep selling your possessions on eBay.
Yes, I do.
And Princeton, you sent me that sweet online birthday card.
Oh, but Kate, what do you think he'd do after?
Yeah.
The internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Grab your dick and double click for porn.
The internet is not for porn.
Porn. Porn. The internet is for internet is for internet is for porn. Yeah. And a quickly, everybody. We lost the speaker over here. Can we get some speaker maintenance, or is...
There you go.
I see it. It's there.
Check. Is it coming out from over there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We hear enough from that
Oh
one.
yeah.
Oh.
It's coming out of there. Yeah. Sure.
No, this one's good.
You betcha.
Okay. I'm going to say words into a microphone, and people can tell me whether or not that there's
Sure.
sound coming out of both of them or just one.
Oh yeah. Sure. It's this one too.
This one works.
Okay, is that one working too? All right, whatever. Let's go. Next up, let me read the name. It is
Carrie. So everyone give it up for Carrie.
Hey, I wasn't super close to Dov, but I have a lot of great memories of him and how, you know, like, full of life he was, and how, you know, tan he was. And I do remember the ConVergence 3 or 4 years back when he wanted me to be a judge at the karaoke concert, and I didn't want to, but I couldn't say no to Dov. This guy served our country, and this guy is super great. There's absolutely no way I'm saying no, so I sat through the 10 songs and I judged for it. He loved this song. He loved it when I sang this song, so actually, well, okay, good. So I will sing this in memory of him. Okay.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It makes a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl, and all that jazz can do. And all that jazz, whoopee. And all that jazz. Your hair and wear your buckle shoes. And all that jazz, I hear that Father Dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on hun, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug in case you shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz. Find a flask, we're playing fast and loose. And all that jazz, right up here is where I store the juice. And all that jazz, come on babe, we're gonna brush the sky. I bet you're lucky Lindy never flew so high. Cause in the stratosphere I could lend an ear to all that jazz. Oh, you're gonna see a Sheba shimmy shake and all that jazz. She's gonna shimmy till her garters break and all that jazz. Oh, her weather pocket girdle. Oh, her mama's blood'll curdle. Is she here? Her baby's clear for all that jazz. All that jazz. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz. that jazz. No, I'm no one's wife, but I love my life and all that jazz. By the way, the first time I sang that in Karaoke Joe's was the first time I realized, oh, I can kind of sing Broadway after all. Yeah. Thanks. Miss you, Dov. Thanks.
Thank you, Carrie. And hey, who here in this room has ever been a judge at one of Dov's karaoke contests? Well, that's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lots of people here. It was so much fun back in the day. For those of you who have just entered the room recently, we are in the middle of a memorial karaoke concert for our friend Dov, who passed away. Regular karaoke will resume in roughly 35 minutes-ish. We got 7 more people to do songs as a part of this memorial, and then we'll be back to regular karaoke. So please bear with us, or you can just come back later when we're all done with this presentation. Okay, next up we have Beth Kinderman of Beth Kinderman and the Player Characters.
Beth Kinderman. Where is she? Here. Beth, what up?
Here she is.
Nick Izumi says hi, by the way.
Tell Nick Izumi that I say hi to him.
All right, we'll do.
All right, see you later. All right, it's like just such a common theme in the stuff that people are saying here about how Dov just had this way of bringing out what was best and like most passionate and most creative in people. And my first encounter with him was at the first MarsCon I ever went to in 2007 when there was like horrible weather that year. Like all of this snow had fallen. My friend who was coming in from Nebraska had not been able to make it, and I'm like wandering around completely lost, don't know where to go. And so, hey, there's a karaoke room, I'll go into there. And I like picked something to sing, and was way outside my range, did not do this song justice at all. And he said, wow, that's a really hard song to sing. You did that really well. And just was like so encouraging, so friendly, and just the exact kind of face that I needed to just start getting myself into this place. And so the last time I ever saw him was at one of he had a going away party at his house and ran karaoke there. And there were only a few of us singing by the time I was still there. And when the rotation gets really short like that and you want to keep things going, you sort of delve into your memory banks for like any song you might be vaguely familiar with and willing to sing. And so what I came up with was this, and he said, you should do this more often. That sounded really good. And so I am. So Dov, this is for you, and I'm not going to get through this without crying most likely, but we're going to try. So hit it.
2 days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green, sat down in a booth, the cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile, and he said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go.
That was great, Beth. Next up, I don't even need to say anything because he'll say plenty on his own. It's Nate, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a fair assessment. I can't argue with that. This is completely ad-libbed because I, quite frankly, feel Dov would have wanted it that way. That was a man who loved any performance you would give to him. And that made it wonderful. I don't go into this often because, you know, I don't want to feel like a whiner, but I have a lot of social anxiety issues. You wouldn't notice it because I fill in the awkward by just rambling on until someone tells me to stop, and then no one tells me to stop. I don't understand this. And he was okay with whatever performance people gave. If they were drunk and stumbling all over themselves, hey, you clap anyways because they put themselves in front of you and performed. And thanks to that, he gave the convention an incredibly safe space to perform. And it's thanks to him that I'm half the performer I am today, because I got to figure out what did work, what didn't work, and not be judged and not be told how wrong I was doing things. So, usually a performance for Dov from me would end up with my shirt being taken off. But I recognize that this is a memorial service, so for once I will show a modicum of class and not do that. It can happen. Mark the calendar. We can go. Ever learned from love was how to shoot at someone after you. Well, even though it all went wrong, I still will praise the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Wow.
This is like I turned it off.
Check. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Again, I know it seems odd that I'm occasionally lost for words, but sometimes I just am. So I'll just bring up Laura Magy, everybody.
I cannot, looking out over the sea of wonderful faces here, begin to tell you people how profoundly happy I am and thrilled that Dov made so many good friends, so many wonderful people with big hearts. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate that all of you turned out for this. The choices of the songs have been excellent. They were all favorites of his, and you've all sang them beautifully. And my heart is filled, and I'm overwhelmed. And I can't begin to tell you how much I love you all, and I thank you very much for being here and for putting this on for Dov. I chose to do the song Unwell because many of you will remember that at the first all-nighter that Dov pulled, there's a famous picture that Steph has of Dov on videotape, unshaven, at very, very early in the morning, singing Unwell, and it was hilarious in its context because he looked incredibly unwell at the time. And it seemed like the perfect song for this evening, especially since it was always one of his favorites. And, well, I think it's appropriate now. It seems to fit the bill, so. Staring at the ceiling, making friends with shadows on my wall. All night, hearing voices telling me that I should get some sleep, because tomorrow might be good for something. Hold on, feeling like I'm headed for a breakdown. And I don't know why, but I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be me. Talking to myself in public, dodging glances on the train. Now I know they've all been talking about me. I can hear them whisper, and it makes me think there must be something wrong with me. Out of all the hours thinking Somehow I've lost my mind. But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be. I've been talking in my sleep. Pretty soon they'll come to get me. Yeah, they're taking me away. And I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be. Yeah. How I used to be, yeah. How I used to be, yeah. Well, I'm just a little unwell. How I used to be, yeah, how I used to be, yeah. Well, I'm just a little unwell.
Okay, let's get Kevin up here, everybody. You saw him before as several puppets, and now here he is, the man himself.
Forgive me if I ramble on. I just can't pinpoint one thing to say about Dov. I mean, how can you? So I guess we'll go back to 2003, and one little joke Dov and I like to say to each other, we go to a line for Blazing Saddles. Whenever there was a question on what to do on con committee, I would say to Dov, "Hey Dov, I know what we can do. We'll kill the firstborn male of every household." To which he'd reply, "Too Jewish." Right. So in 2003, I was beginning my career in professional theater, and another joke Dov and I had between ourselves is you'd consider me an honorary Jew because I was playing nothing but Jews and Hebrews. There was Fiddler on the Roof, then Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Then he said, "Yeah, and now you're playing the King of the Jews." So I chose this song from that very production because that's how I met my wife. Little fun fact, it was her job to paint my back all bloody every night. So Dov never actually heard me perform this song, so I think it's only fitting that I do it now. It's from Jesus Christ Superstar, and the song is called Gethsemane. Want to say, if there is a way, take this cup away from me, for I don't want to taste its poison. Feel it burn me. I have changed. I'm not as sure as when we started. Then I was inspired. Now I'm sad and tired. Listen, surely I've exceeded expectations. Tried for 3 years, seems like 30. Could you ask as much from any other man? ask of me. Let them hate me, hit me, hurt me, nail me to their tree. I want to know, my God. I want to know, my God. I want to see, my God. I want to see, my God. Why I should die. Would I be more noticed than I ever was before? Would the things I've said and done matter anymore? I have to know, my Lord. Have to know, I'd have to know, my Lord. Have to see, I'd have to see, my Lord. Have to see, I'd have to see, my Lord. If I die, what will be my reward? If I die, what will be my reward? Have to know, my Lord. Have to know, I'd have to know, my Lord. Why should I die? Oh, why should I die? Can you show me now that I would not be killed in vain? Show me just a little of your omnipresent brain. Show me there's a reason for you wanting me to die. You're far too keen on where and how, but not so hot on why. All right! See how I die! See how I die! Just watch me die! I didn't start it. God, thy will is hard, but you hold every card. I will drink your cup of poison. Nail me to your cross and break me. Bleed me, beat me, kill me. Take me now before I change my mind.
Okay. So, my turn. So, the first MarsCon I went to was 2003, and Stephanie, of course, was with me. I was booked to be the guest, one of the music guest of honor of 2004, the year that Dr. Demento and Richard Biggs was here for Let's Play Doctor. But when Brian LaBounty set that up with me, 2003 hadn't happened yet, so I said, can I come to MarsCon 2003 and perform there? And he said, well, you know, you're welcome to come. We'll gladly have you, but we don't really have a main stage slot for you. And I said, okay, is there another place I could perform a short concert? And they said, well, we have a karaoke room. So I said, sure, I'll take that. So I walked into MarsCon 2003 with nobody there really knowing who I was. And I did a concert in the karaoke room with, you know, Dov, of course, you know, helping to make that a reality. And by the time I was done with my show, that sweet room over there that he normally did the thing in was like completely packed with people, like, you know, out the door in the hallway trying to lean in and find out what was going on. So between that and the performance I did at the costume contest, I kind of walked in an unknown and walked out a rock star. But the main point of it was that we had never seen a convention that had a room party floor set up like that, and particularly not one that had such an amazing karaoke room in it. And we spent most of our time in that karaoke room on Friday and Saturday night just being blown away by how much fun it was. And you know, there was Dov orchestrating the whole thing. And you know, we came back in 2004, and I entered the costume, or not, the karaoke contest that Dov put on that year. And if I'm remembering correctly, I won by kind of a landslide victory. It was like super epic, and the year following that, he had me be the judge of the contest. Basically, after that performance, it was kind of like, okay, you can't be in the contest anymore. You can judge, but you can't enter. It's not fair to other people. So, and again, 2004, me and Steph spent, you know, the majority of our time on Friday and Saturday night hanging out in the karaoke room with Dov. And, you know, me being the person who grew up listening to a lot of old school hip hop, there's a phrase in that genre of music. That phrase is "the place to be," and to me and Steph, MarsCon was the place to be, and Dov was a huge part of that. So much so that she and I just sat around saying, we got to get all of our friends to MarsCon every year forever. And that became our mission. And Dov was down with that plan, and he did everything he could to help us. And so it's like Dr. Demento showed up. So it's like, all right, we got Shoebox Worm Quartet, we got Tony Goldmark coming in. Okay, what next year? Okay, we get Devo Spice coming in. We, you know, the Nick Adams were already here. You know, it's like we're just, you know, building, and then every year, you know, karaoke room, you know, Dov, more contests, more fun. It just. And again, so encouraging. And there, you know, I met DJ Particle, you know, in that environment, and I told her, hey, you got some great funny songs. You should be sending them to Dr. Demento. And that was the beginnings of me starting what has built into the MarsCon Dementia track, which is the most meaningful convention event I do every year. It means the world to me. And yeah, even, you know, Dov went off, you know, to be in the military. He wasn't around, you know, much anymore, but his spirit was still there, and it's just devastating that he's not around anymore. But Dov is a big part of the reason that me and Steph just, you know, we said we have to get all of our friends here and be a part of this family and be a part of something great. So anyway, so for this very serious and somber memorial service, I have chosen to recreate my karaoke contest winning performance from 2004.
I was a judge that year too. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'd also think, at least for this one song, would anybody object if we turned the lights on?
No.
All right.
Lights.
All right, let's do this. This one's for Dov.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny,
But yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound is laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with an umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I'd like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping taller, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangsta Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in the Radisson Street bathroom. I'm crazy, allow me to amaze me. Say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. Still getting in the girls' pants, and I even got my own dance. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Yeah, I'll do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Sexy lady, everybody, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Do you know what we're doing the Humpty Hump. Yeah, I'll do the Humpty Hump. I do the Humpty Hump. People say, yo, Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly trying to compare me, but you can't get near me. I'm giving more, see, and on the floor B, all the girls, they adore me. Yes, ladies, I'm really being sincere, cause in a 69 Humpty nose will tickle your rear. My nose is big, I'm not ashamed, big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid, I get laid by the ladies, you know I'm in charge. But how I'm living and my nose is large, I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid, use a word that don't mean nothing, like Luke did. I say hang on to what you like, and if you missed it, I'm the one that said just grab them in the biscuits. I already told you that I like to bite. Oh yeah, I guess it's obvious, I also like to write. All you had to do is give Humpty a chance, and now I'm gonna do my dance. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Yeah, I'll do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Sexy lady, everybody, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do you know what we're doing? We're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Oh yeah, that's the break, y'all. A little bit of that bass groove right here. I do rear, do rear, I do rear, do rear. Oh yeah. Now I told you a little bit about myself. Let me tell you a little bit about this dance. It's real easy to do. Check it out. First I lift to the side like my legs was broken, shaking and twitching kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like Nate Boy on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause our body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, gig around, shaking your rump. And when I do the post jump, put the finger like a stump. Don't step off, I'm doing the hump. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Yeah. Do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Sexy lady, everybody, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, do you know what we're doing? We're doing the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do the Humpty Hump, just watch me do the Humpty Hump. Come on, black people, do the Humpty Hump. Come on and do the Humpty Hump. Come on, white people, do the Humpty Hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump. Hey, all the Klingons, do the Humpty. Come on and do the hey, even taxidermists, do the Humpty Hump. Everybody do the Humpty Hump. Oh yeah. Let's get stupid. Do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, hear the music, do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Hearing the music, do the Humpty Hump, come on and do the Humpty Hump. Hearing the music, do you know what we're doing? We're doing the Humpty Hump. Peace and Humptiness forever. MarsCon is the place to be. And now, where did comedy music begin? At MarsCon, nerdy, geeky, rock comedy music experiences began with the Nick Adams, ladies and gentlemen. So let's bring to the stage one of the original Nick Adams, Earl Lucas.
Big ski, everybody. Woo! Man, usually when it gets to karaoke, you don't want to be the first, but after seeing everything I've seen, I don't want to be the last. It's going to come back to follow. It's amazing. Anybody that's met Dov, even for like a handshake, will have probably a great story to tell you, just like anybody's had here. Now, I've been doing the conventions for quite a while, and Dov was the first time I ever saw a karaoke room at a science fiction convention, and I was like, what is that doing here? It was awesome. And I've seen other conventions since then do other karaoke rooms, but they never had the heart or the amazingness that Dov put into it. And the reason is because you could get up here, you could have half your vocal cords missing, you could be stone deaf, you could be picking a song completely out of your range, but Dov would do it, he'd encourage you, and here's the thing, Dov understood that song meant something to you. Everybody else would be like, why is that guy, get this guy out of here. Dov would be like, that means something, and you could just tell, and I learned that from him. Dov and I always had a weird relationship. We never talked, but we were psychic. I'm going to prove it, and Laura here, she'll back it up. I was driving around in a manic mood, and I was like, I need to eat, and I came across an Outback attached to a hotel. And I'm like, I'm going to go get a burger. And I went in there, and they had moved to some crazy Caribbean country, and they were like sending us pictures, look, we're all sunny, you know. And I walk in the hotel, and I hear Earl, and I'm like, oh my God. They had snuck into America and not told anybody that I just happened to walk down the hall the chance they walked by, and it was like a trance meeting. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So, the one final thing I'll tell you, and this is just something I've always want to tell everybody. A while back, he said, hey, because I was his favorite deaf guy in a band, along with Laura, and he wanted me to be a judge at one of the karaoke contests. I'm like, I'm deaf. And he's like, I don't care, get in there. And I'm like, and I'll be dressed as Skeletor. I don't care, get in there, I'll even make it funnier. Don't didn't talk like that, but that's how I do it. Anyways, so I'm dressed as Skeletor, and it took me forever to get in. I'm about to go, I gotta get a drink. He's like, no, contest done, you gotta get her now. And I'm like, but I need a drink, is what I can do. Like, no way, I'll take care of you. Here's what Dov does. Because he's got military ninja training. He does. While I was judging the contest, he gave me a little rum, and I'm like, that's nice. He kept filling my cup when I wasn't looking. So I had a never-ending cup of rum. And with apologies to anybody in the contest tonight, I do not remember the last two acts. I do remember snapping out of it, finding myself on stage, as he always liked to make me do Shatner versions of songs. And that's where that comes from. So anyways, I did not pick a song for this, but Dov did. Escape the Pina Colada song was always a song that he would end a session or a break on whenever he got up. That would be it, and I think it was a good way to end it. And for Dov, I will try my best to Shatner it. But once again, I can tell anybody who's met Dov, I can just shake their hand like, you met Dov. So thank you again for everybody. Once again, Laura, thank you. And I hate to say it, we got to close it out now, and as Dov would have done, he would have come up and hit the Pina Colada song, and here we go. Every crazy version of it. Everybody's watching. And that's the other thing I was talking about, quality in Karaoke Room. That would never happen at a Dov's watch. If anybody's kept a good job of keeping Dov's memory alive, it's these two right here. And the other thing I noticed with Dov, I'll keep it going until the song comes, is he'd always have weird pitches. There we go. All right, Dov, this is for you. This whole night's been for you. I hope you're listening. Well, I was tired. My lady. Well, we got to find too long. Like a worn-out recording of our favorite song. Oh, why she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the little columns, there was a letter I read. If you like pina colada, getting caught in the rain, and if you're not, no, and you have half a brain. And if you like making love at midnight, in the dunes, on a cape, and then I'm in love. The thing I've been looking for. Right to me and escape. Dov didn't do the dance. I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean. But me and my old lady, well, we've fallen into the same old dark routine. So I wrote the paper and took out the personal ad. Though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't that bad. Everybody with me, you like pina colada, everybody! And getting caught in the rain. Don't need to hear us. I'm not much into health food. I am into champagne. I got to meet you by tomorrow. Tomorrow. Cut through all this rain. At the park on the valleys, where we'll plan our escape. Place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady. And she said, "Oh, it's you." And we laughed for a moment. And I said, "I never knew." All right, everybody, let's have it. I do like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. The rain. Of the ocean, and the taste of your rain. If you like making love at midnight, who doesn't? In the dunes of the cave, with a blanket, you're the lady I look for, and we know it. Come to me and escape. Escape. Getting caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, and you'll have half a brain. If you like making love at midnight, in the dunes of the cave, then I'm the love that you look for. Right to me and escape. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food. I am into champagne. I got to meet you by tomorrow. I've got to. Cut through all this rain. Thank you all.
Earl Lucas, everybody. We actually do have one more performance, but before we get to that performance, I just want to thank everyone who's been here to sing a song and be in the show. Once again, Stephanie Wild, give it up for her. Heather Quigley, Carrie Dahlby, Beth Kinderman, Nate Boy, Laura Magy, Kevin Quigley, me, and Earl Lucas. So yeah, Karaoke Crypt will be back to its normal thing very shortly, but we do have one more thing we want to share with everybody. But once again, as well as thanking the performers, I want to thank all of you who came out tonight to be a part of this this memorial, because it wouldn't have made sense to not do something in his honor here at MarsCon. Okay. More? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dov Magy.
It's me, Vivid. Oh, I just, okay, I'm done. If you have VH1, you've seen this like every 5 minutes for the past month.
Hey, let's sing all the words. You didn't have all the words. So long as we recognize all the fucking words. Talk to him. If you knew better, you come in and sing it.
Say that. All day, staring at the ceiling, making friends with shadows on my walls. All night, hearing voices telling me that I should get some sleep, 'cause tomorrow might be good. Feeling like I'm headed for a break. I don't know why, but I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but still enough you're gonna think of me and how I talking to myself. Dodging I know they've all been talking about me. I can hear them whisper, animation, they must be with me. Out of all the hours I've blown my mind. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me how I used to be. I've been talking in my sleep. Really soon they'll come to get me. Yeah, they're taking me away. But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me how I used to be when I was away. Yeah, how I used to be, yeah. How I used to be. I'm just a little unwell. How I used to be. I'm great and coherent. How I used to be. I got better. I used to be.
Dov Magy, everybody. And some more applause, please, for Gene and Carla of Karaoke Room for letting us do this. All right, thank you all so much. And now let's get back to karaoke at the Karaoke Crypt at MarsCon 2014.